good evening, and welcome to this edition of the Validus Read BFLA Next Generation Career Show. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me is David Bascom, the brainchild behind the BFLA program, and we also have two young guests with us as well. We'll get to them in a second, but first, David, second show. First show was really exciting, very much interactive from the young people. The thought plan around getting something like this, getting these young people to speak in public. What was the reception like after the first show that we did earlier in July or last July?
Mr. Bazin, no, it's great. The reception was great because the show is surrounded around our young people, right? They built the name, they created the structure, and actually we are their guests, right? We're actually their guests. And the main parts of the show is to kind of not so do an interview with them, but to more people watching is to give tools, right, for our young people to move forward. When we developed this, these young men Frontiers part of development, they came up with the name, Next Generation. Validus Read has been an awesome support of the show. And also is that Journey for Future Stars. So what we've done is that we just had a whole whiteboard and they start putting down names. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure now, Jordan, I'm sure Jordan's probably, I'm not sure what part he had to play, right? Because Jordan's very bossy, Mr. Bazin, very bossy, right? So Aiden, through the whole show, I can tell you, Aiden's just going to chuckle at him through the whole show, right? So it's what is the objective of the show, right? This show's objective is to help provide young people with tools. And that's why I think it's very important that we're not just interviewing young people, but we're giving them something to leave, right, to go with. And also it helps them with how to handle media, right? When a show is live, whatever you put out, you can't get back. So it kind of gives them these tools, and these really, really prepares them for the next steps.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right to them. First, let's hear from Jordan. Good evening, Jordan.
Evening. My name's Jordan Lamb. I'm 16 years old, currently play for BAA, and I go to Saltis.
All right. And Aiden?
Hi, my name's Aiden Morris. I'm 16 as well. I also go to the same school, Saltis, and I also play for U23 BAA.
Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, welcome. Your time in the BFLA program, what has it been like for you thus far, Aiden?
It's been fun and also interesting. I learned a lot about people, different personalities and stuff, how you can tell different people are. Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself though?
I learned that I'm what personality I am. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm pretty influential and I help other people.
Okay, all right. What about you, Jordan? What did you like about the program?
I like how it was a real big eye opener. I'm starting to learn of how, what it really takes to have a career in sports and just a career in the whole. And I like how it's opened my views to what it really takes. So yeah, I like that about the whole program.
Mm. What did you learn about yourself in the program so far?
As said earlier, I'm kind of bossy, so I'll say I'm kind of dominant. I don't think I'm that bossy, but I guess I am.
Okay. Well, Aiden, tonight we're going to be talking a bit about personality traits. And the person above you, David Bascom, what personality traits does he have in your eyes?
I think he's pretty dominant, actually, because he tells people what to do, where to do it, when to do it, and he's the big man, the boss of everyone.
Let me listen. You're trying to get me in trouble. Let's explain everybody, right, with these personality traits, because we hold all four, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so let's make sure I don't want people to think that I'm just bossy. But I'll let you go ahead, Earl, because
Well, Mr. Morris put it out there. Mr. Morris put it out there, and he's probably got a lot of support. A lot of people that are watching are probably nodding their head. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Loud on it.
Well, it's crazy, right? So if you're watching the show right now, what we are doing is that, just in this field of coaching professionally, and what we're doing is making sure our young people, coaches, and even parents, right? The personality traits, right? And also characteristics, okay? We hold all four. Dominant, it's called the DISC, dominant, influential, stateliness, and compliant. And what happens is that good leaders are able to bring out all four. It means is that dominant, the ability to control, right? Wanting to control a situation. But what happens, Earl, is that if they become overbearing, right, and too much controlling and be more demanding, that can now create turnover. If you're a coach, if you're a parent, you're going to cause friction. Influential, the ability to persuade, okay? So, Aiden mentions influential, right? He likes to encourage or like to persuade. Now you got also a physical being. You get some of these young men and women dressing all sharp, going to a party, right? Going to the mall, trying to catch, So, yeah, see Aiden smiling, right? Hair's got to be nice up, jowled up, right? So, but what happens is that once they go below that line, they take their personality and then they can become irritating, right? If they're bugging you all the time, trying to get you to do something trying to persuade you to do something, right? Just overdoing it. Then you got your S, your stateliness. These are the ones that's more like very, very careful. Usually your leaders, usually your captains, good listeners. But what happens to them, they can become below the line too stagnant, right? Okay, it's kind of like, okay, you want to take a chance at some point, and they just stay right there. Then you got compliant personality, people that analyze stuff. Now, I know, and we have met these people before, yeah? Just driving in your car, right? You're going down, you got the GPS going, you got the map going, and then the person who's compliant is like, hold up, let me Google some more to see where we have to go, right? And then the student trying to tell you, go right, go left, and you're like, you serious? You just want to kick them out of the car. So that's when they overanalyze and they go low line. But a compliant personality is people are very careful. So what our young players are doing is actually really understanding how the personality trait and when to bring them out. So they just show the dominant personality. This means that they may get a lot of arguments on the field. They may end up kind of getting some strong tackles, may get yellow cards, red cards, right? So, but if you don't mind, we got to do a little icebreaker, right? Because let's see the personalities of our players. So, Jordan, I'm going to start with you first, right? Everybody knows your name. Some people just jumped on late. Yeah, so they got to re-know you. So I want you to say your name. I also want you to think of an animal that best describes you, Jordan. Yeah? And then I want you to tell us why that animal. Then, Aiden, you're going to give Jordan an item to brand, right? He has to brand the item for 20 seconds. So what we're doing is that, Mr. Bays, we're trying to get the personality traits, right? And see how Jordan comes. Yeah? So, Jordan, go ahead. Let's say your name. Don't be frightened now, yeah? Because we know you're a strong leader. All right. State your full name.
Okay, my name's Jordan Lamb.
All right. And what animal best describes you, Jordan?
I would say an eagle because I like eagles, like analyze things. I like to analyze things a lot.
Oh, I see. All right, Jordan. All right. So, Aiden, he's going to have 20 seconds, okay? 20 seconds. And he needs to, you give him an item that he has to now brand this item. Now, Jordan, the item that you brand, and Aiden, you want to give him a tough item, right? And this item that you brand, it has to be like you have to try to sell it to us. We're going to put thumbs up if it's an awesome item and we buy it. Thumbs down if it's not even, if you didn't sell it to us, right? So you got to push this item out. Say, Aiden, what item you think that you want Jordan to actually to try to brand for us today?
I think he should brand a water bottle.
Oh, help my soul. Okay, so the water bottle, right? Listen.
Ready, Jordan?
you got
Jordan.
Jordan, are you ready? You got 20 seconds to brand the water bottle. Are you ready? And go.
Okay, so this water I just recently found is the most refreshing, has the most refreshing taste. It like anytime you're hot, so you need just a little breather. This water bottle is perfect for
You got
you.
8 seconds.
Calms you down, makes you relaxed, and it's the best thing ever.
3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, Mr. Basin, would you buy this water bottle?
Well, I think he sold me.
Oh, how
He sold me because of the way he described what it makes you feel like.
Okay,
Like,
so thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, thumbs up.
Aiden, would you buy the water bottle?
No,
Why wouldn't you buy the water bottle, Aiden?
I just feel as if I don't know, like
Because Jordan was selling it.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Also that.
Well, Jordan, listen. You got me. First of all, I was confused, right? So, Aiden, you got thumbs down or thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs down.
Give me the thumb, man. That's cool. Mr. Basin's got thumbs up. Now I'm gonna put my thumbs down, right? Listen, man, because when you started, you started talking about water. You're trying to sell me a water bottle, right? He started talking about water, and he found this water somewhere. So I got confused, right? And at that point, 11 seconds went. The other thing is, like, you never told me how much it costs. I don't know. What's this free? Is your water bottle free? Or thumbs up if the bottle's free. You put this bottle free, thumbs up. Jordan, is bottle free? Is that
It's a businessman. It's a businessman.
So Jordan, no problem. So Aiden, here we go, Aiden. Yeah, here we go. So Earl, what we're doing here is I do a lot even into some of when I'm doing these big workshops, right? You get into breaking the ice, but you get a chance to see people's personalities, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Aiden says influential, so this should be very interesting. So Aiden, are you ready? You say a name, animal that best describes you, and why that animal. Yeah, and go.
I'm Aiden Morris. I think the best animal that would describe me, I feel like it'd be a lizard. Because it's small, agile, and it's like it's fast, and it runs away from people.
Runs away from Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Jordan. Listen,
But hold on, Bascom, hold on. But lizards aren't that smart because we guys used to catch them with just a
they used to in your trap.
I'm not the brightest either.
Kyle, yeah.
So Jordan, with you, what you say? You was an eagle, right?
Yeah.
Aiden, you're in trouble. That eagle's gonna be looking for that little lizard. It's gonna come. So Aiden, so did you say why? Did you say why? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
All right, Jordan. So you're gonna give him an item, right? You got to give him an item. Oh, Jordan's not playing. Jordan says what? Jordan, give him a tough item that he has to brand. What's his item?
A mask.
A mask.
Okay.
What kind of mask? Just a mask? What's
COVID mask.
Oh, a COVID mask. Wow, that's awesome. A COVID. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, this mask is $5, and it's sold at the best stores. It's got ventilation, so you can get air while it covers your face, and it covers the nose, and it feels good on the face, a nice
5
smooth
seconds.
texture, and it's
3,
good material.
2, 1, and stop. Anybody buying this mask? Is the mask like see, because you want to brand something, you want this mask to be awesome, right? So anybody doing the mask? Anybody buying? Jordan, you buying this mask?
No.
Why are you not buying the mask, Jordan?
He didn't tell me what diseases it could be protected from.
So Jordan wants to know more, right? And I'm trying to think who else. So Mr. Bazin, you buying this mask?
Nah.
Why not?
Well, he told me how much it cost, but he spent a lot of time saying that it ventilates and so forth. But are masks really for that? Masks are to prevent.
So Aiden, right? Aiden. So the mask, man. Like I was looking for, man. Like everybody's got to do a COVID test, right?
Yeah.
Man, but like, oh man, this mask is unbelievable. Guess what? You don't have to go to the doctor anymore. You don't have to go to no facility. The mask gives you your COVID test. Oh yes, unbelievable. Right there, PCR on the spot. You buying the mask now? Oh yes, I'm buying it, right? So when we're branding, you want to kind of explode yourself, right? And really kind of, so it's just like when you're going for trials, right? You have to be able to get recognized within reason. Yeah, Mr. Biz, I think you have Alessio's one.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring him in now.
Oh, baptism by fire. We're gonna draw him right into the fire, you guys. We have to.
I believe Alessio. Hello. Can you hear us?
It's frozen already. He came on frozen. Alessio just came on like I'm gonna freeze myself right now. Is he on?
Okay, Alessio, if you can hear me, go out and come back in because your internet's kind of spotty. Oh, okay. Hold on. Is he here? Can you hear us?
Yeah, Alessio's.
Pardon? It's a bit laggy.
Yeah. Just go out and come back in, and I'll bring you right back in. Okay. Okay.
So you guys, now you know that Mr. Bazin knows I like messing with him, right? Because see, this is what the audience want, right? They want to see people messing with Mr. Bazin. So Mr. Bazin, I'm gonna ask you some questions if you don't mind, right?
Hold on, Mr. Bassett. I'm the host here.
I know, but you asked me to join, so I'm a co-host. Am I?
Yeah. I'm the host here.
Oh, Mr. Bazin, I'm gonna give you an item, right? I'm gonna give you an item to brand, right? I want to see how. I want to give you, and you can do the same with me, guys. I'm
No
putting you on the
problem.
spot. Mr. Bazin, you got 20 seconds. Oh, I am enjoying every bit of this, right? I want
I know you are.
brand a ruler, right? A ruler. So you're gonna brand this ruler. You need some time. Like, do you need a day? Would you like a day? Would you like a day to think about this? So, all right, 3, 2, 1, and go.
This particular ruler that you can get your graduation with because of the ability to change dimension, change all sorts of things for you. It only costs you $3, and it can take you from primary school right through to college.
Seconds.
One of those things that allow you to convince your teacher that it's the best tool in the building.
And stop. All right, now listen. No, you done got me right because you know me in school. Anything that can get me to college, and I ain't gonna do those SATs. I'm gonna buy, and I don't know, and $3, right, to get me education. I'm buying that ruler. So maybe got Alessio on. Jordan, you buying the ruler?
Yes.
Jordan, you better say no because Mr. Bazin has all power to kick you out of the group, right? I ain't trying to be kicked out. Mr. Bazin, I got the ruler, man. I'm buying that ruler.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. It's gonna get you through to college, man.
Right. Aiden's like, yep. Aiden, listen, when I was saying get you to college, Aiden was just like, yep, that's I
From
get that.
primary through to college, that ruler's gonna get you there.
Alessio, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Well, let's jump right into it. Alessio, can you introduce yourself? Give everybody your name and your age, please. Your full name.
I'm Alessio Farigo, and I'm 13 years old.
Okay. All right. And as you heard just now, if you can turn your volume down just a little bit, Alessio, please. Yeah. As you heard just now, we were going through asking Mr. Baskin was asking Aiden and Jordan to best describe themselves through an animal and why. So we want to ask you, if there was an animal out there that best describes you, what would it be and why?
I think an animal that would best describe me would be a cheetah, because when it's hunting, because I consider myself kind of fast, and when it's hunting its prey, it keeps on going and doesn't give up.
I see. All right, Alessio. All right. Mr. Bazin, I don't know. Mr. Bazin, you want to pick his item. So, Alessio, here's what's going to happen, right? Mr. Bazin is going to give you an item, right? And you're going to have 20 seconds to brand this item. You got to get us to buy it. Thumbs up. If we don't like it, we're not buying it. Thumbs down. So what we're doing is that, you just cut in. So we're talking about personality traits, right? And really being effective with when we have that one time, if it's in front of camera, what personality comes out, right? So I am sure, Alessio, I know you, and I'm sure you are not going to have no problem with this, right? Mr. Bazin, you got a dominant personality here by far. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we should have a problem. So, Mr. Bazin, you got an item? You got an item for him?
I got an item for him, and this should be right up his alley. Ready?
Yeah.
Football boots.
Football boots. Okay, and listen, these boots better be spot on. No boring boots. Talking about, oh, you can get them in the store. You better be spot on. Are you ready? You got 20 seconds. Let's see. Are you ready? And go.
You should buy these football boots because these football boots, they will score you 30 goals every single season at minimum. They look perfect. Everyone will like them. They are perfect on the field. These football boots will get you man of the match mostly every single game.
2 seconds.
Even your coach likes those boots.
And stop. All right. Well, what did I tell you? Jordan. And Jordan's going to fight not putting his thumb up, but Jordan likes no goal, right? Jordan, you buying the boots?
Yeah.
Jordan's got them. Eddie, you buying these boots?
Yeah.
Aiden's like, yeah, okay, yep, I got them. Listen, man, Leslie, I'm buying these boots, right? Because I'll tell you, it's nothing but scoring a goal. Nothing but scoring a goal, yeah? What? Mr. Bears, you buying these cleats?
I ain't sure because they might be 30 earned girls.
That's a good point. He didn't say that, did he? He didn't.
You just said girls.
He didn't say. Yeah, that's true. He didn't say that. All right, Leslie, I'm talking about own goals. Has any of you scored an own goal?
None of them want to admit it. Everyone at some point in time in their career has put the ball in the back of their own net. Whether it be a yard kick, whether it be an official game as a youngster, everybody's had a turn.
Well, I tucked in a diving header, and I don't know. First of all, I don't like heading the ball, and I don't know how I scored a diving header in my own goal. I saw it on TV, I just learned to dive in headers. So I'm like, all right, ball is coming across. Let me just kind of nudge it out, nudge it right into goal. Didn't go well. And this is in pros, yeah. So that didn't go well. So Mr. Bears, and I want to, and I'll let you. We want to talk about our topic, right?
Yes.
Because we don't want to do one thing is that I know we talked about this. We're very mindful when viewers are watching. We jump straight to what we're doing, right? Because we want to make sure that every one of these shows are engaging. So tonight, guys, we're talking about our personality traits, right? And how our personality traits affect who we are and what we do. As a professional coach, one of the things that I have to do is make sure that I mesh personality traits together. So one of the guys I love as far as coaches is Alex Ferguson. You look at all these big coaches, okay, from Chelsea, Liverpool, they're all dealing with all different types of personalities. It's very important that the leader understands the personality traits, is able to kind of adapt themselves to deal with different personalities. And that's why you'll see as you guys start to play, or even in classrooms, even with coaches, they handle different players differently. Okay, so it's called a DISC: dominant, influential, steadiness, and compliant. Your dominant personality is the ability to rule and control. Okay, these are the players like Alessio, right? That listen, man, I'm coming here to work. I'm coming here to develop. Give me that, right? But when they become overbearing, they become over demanding. That's the negative side of it. The eye of the DISC is called influential. Okay. Players who's kind of like, man, they do a little skill. They love it, right? They like to show off, and it's okay. They want to show you they got skills, but they have the ability to persuade others, right? Because people trust them. They build that relationship. When they become over that line, below that line, they become kind of irritating. Could you imagine if Alessio says, Alessio says to Jordan, man, you got to try these boots, man. These boots, and he keeps saying it every day. Jordan, you're going to want to strangle him. Right? So that means he's going to become irritating. You're like, I can't deal with him today. Right? So that's below the line. Steadiness is the S of the DISC. These are your players that are more like the captains, good listeners, careful, right? Really analyzing things, classroom, players in front of the class, taking the notes, really kind of making sure. But what happens sometimes they become very careful. In those championship games, sometimes they don't want to take that risk, right? That's when we go below the line. The last one is compliant personality. These are my players on my team that analyzes things. Doing a free kick. I go do a free kick, and they're telling me 5 different ways that it can be done. I'm like, hold up. It's not that difficult. It's not that, that much stress you have to put in it. So we're going to go through, Mr. Bazin. So what I want to do, I want to break down an athlete, right? We're going to watch a video, and the video we're going to watch, okay, is actually going to be it's going to be on Serena Williams. So we're going to break off our 4 different personalities, okay, guys. We went through this through our leadership, and then what we're doing is that we're getting to this part here, right? It's really seeing now Serena Williams right away. Individual sport calls for different mindset to outshow. But let's watch her in a couple of videos. So we're going to watch it. First one we're going to watch, Mr. Bazin, once you get set, is our status. Alacio, I don't know if you're trying to hide from us.
A little bit of resistance. Seems sadly lacking for quite a time.
So we're looking at our stateless personality, right? Serena Williams. And
now we've got gamesmanship going
if
on.
you look at it, she's winning.
Williams held her up for a fraction. Yankovic doesn't like that. Oh,
She's
do
winning
shut up,
62.
Elena. Tries to make sense.
She's controlled.
And Serena's not at all amused by that remark. Oh, come on. We don't need this. This is pathetic.
Right, so Serena at this time is controlled, right? She's winning. So it changes the mindset when you're winning. Now, I want you to watch her body language, right? She's winning, right? She won the point. She won the game, right? Right? Look, she's trying to talk to her. She's very calm, all right? So she's stating this, right? She's doing everything carefully. Everything carefully, right? Because she won, right? She knew she was going to win. She knew that she had the upper hand. What happens at this point with stating is people look at her, trying to be nice. So, Mr. Bazin, is that now, you guys, so what you saw there with Serena, so when you're looking at a stateless personality, yeah, we saw just now is that, you know, Serena, who was kind of like winning the point, right? What's some things you saw? Like, was she jumping up and down? Like, what's some things that you guys saw in her stateless personality that came out that you saw? Remember, the stateless is carefully really analyzing things and not getting overly bearing with their demeanor.
Let's hear from Alacio first.
Alacio.
When the girl was about to serve, she was very calm, and yeah.
Right, calm, right? You know, so what she wasn't doing is that she wasn't jumping up and down. She wasn't okay, cool. Anything happened after the game? What demeanor you saw her in after the game? What did you guys see, Jordan?
She was pretty like compliant, steady. Like she saw that she was, still kind of angry, so she like came up to her, try to like persuade her to like, calm down. Like it was just the like wrong thing. She thought the wrong thing about what she was doing. She wasn't trying to like get her mad or anything like that. It's
awesome, man. So, Aiden, I want you to think about football, right? Think about football. Think about like, and you don't have to say it, but I want you to think about a situation. Have you ever been in a situation where you're winning? When you're winning a game, what does that do to your mindset, right? How does it make you feel?
It makes you feel like you don't have to work as hard. It makes you like relaxed, calm. Don't have to put as much effort in.
Right.
And your hopes are high. You're just feeling good.
Now, think about this, right? And Mr. Bazin, and this is the things that we're teaching our young. Think about, Aiden, if you're winning the game, and if somebody was to kick you really hard, how you think you'll react, right? Now, I want you to think about it, right? Because I'm going to ask you that question when we go to a different personality. What you think your reaction will be? You know, like what did that look like if somebody kind of came from behind and swiped you?
I'd
Now
probably
you're
get
winning.
angry
Yeah.
and start like shouting.
Okay, and that would change you to what personality?
Dominant.
Brilliant, right? So, but then you're gonna have to think at some point: do I go at this player because now it could affect my being and get red carded, but I'm winning, right? Think about if you was losing, right?
Yeah.
You probably right. So you would take it that much further. So, Mr. Bays, anything? Because I don't want I'm just trying
Yeah, I mean, I think all three of them had a valid point. One of the things in your description of what you had mentioned to Aiden, I think as you get older, you'll see more and more of it. When you're winning, the swipe from behind means less.
Yes.
When you're losing, a push in the back means a lot more than a swipe. Because your mentality when you're winning is, as you said, much more relaxed. You're upbeat. You're happy about things. So the small things don't affect you as much as they would if you were losing. And I think what Mr. Bascom is getting to is getting you to a stage where no matter what the score is, you always stay in control of your reaction and your behavior in accordance to these four traits.
That's so important, right? Because we're looking at referees, right?
Mm-hmm.
In reaction to referees, right? If we're winning, referee's cool, right? It's on your side.
Yeah.
If he makes a bad call, you're like, oh, ref, you guys are off.
That's
right?
all right. Yep.
If things don't go well, you're losing, you're affected, your mindset shifts. So what I want to do is that if we can watch the dominant personality. Now we just saw Serena in the state in the side. She's winning. Let's look at the dominant personality, right? Now look at the whole thing.
She's still in it.
Now she's losing. Watch the body language. She's losing now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you believe it?
Second serve gives Kim Clijsters 2 match points. That is unbelievable. Is that necessary? That shot's not going to show us. So that's to bring up match point. That is extraordinary. And Serena Williams is giving it to her.
Well, she'll have to be careful here. She's already had a warning for racket abuse.
There we go.
Look what's happening to the line judge. Look at the body language, right?
I think this is really indicative of Serena's night, isn't it?
If she gets a warning, it's point penalty, game, set, match.
Look. Look at the arm. Look at the arm on the shoulder. Look at the hand on the shoulder. And then on the waist.
I didn't say I would kill you. Are you serious? Are you serious? I didn't say that.
All right, so what happened, you guys, is that the line judge, I'm not sure the correct name.
Foot fault.
She called a foot fault, right? And she's the line judge. And what happened, Serena's losing. So the line judge went to the officials and said that she said she'd kill me, right? because she felt that it was a bad. She made that bad call. And what we found is that she had to reflect in this journey, right? It's affecting her game. So guess what they done? They disqualified her. She got disqualified, right? So your personality, she went below that dominant line, right? She went to the point of no return now.
Already had a code violation, and I guess have made a decision to default Serena Williams on match point down.
Well, it's an awkward situation for Kim Clijsters. She certainly did not want to win this match in this way.
Can she play doubles?
Yes, she can.
She can.
Will she play doubles is the question.
She was so tense tonight, so on fire, so unsettled, and
So-
it came to a head there, feeling unbelievably uncomfortable.
This is bizarre.
No, I can't say, well, McEnroe got defaulted at the Australian Open, but he took a while to explode.
Kind of feel for Kim Clijsters. She played well.
It would have been nice to have the victory just in a conventional fashion, wouldn't it? Because she deserved it. She played extremely well here this evening, and I guess she's a little bit stunned. Certainly deserved the victory.
Mr. Bays, I'm not sure if we can we cut it off the air or?
Yeah, we can cut it off. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So
What a turn of events.
let's take a look at that, right? We lost Aiden.
We've got him back. We've got him back.
So let's look at that, right? What affected her? Look at the difference, right? Now you just saw a first personality, right? You saw calm. What did you see just now? What did you see? We're talking about dominant personality now. What did you see?
Aggression.
Aggression, right? Where did it come from?
Her losing.
Right? You just talked about this, right? And what happened is that when we talk about how your personality trait and it can affect what we do and it can affect our game, that's exactly what you saw. Now we're looking at somebody who's popular, got sponsors, well known. What state you think to get the fans back? What state she has to put herself in now? What personality has to come out?
Influential.
Okay. Think about it. Think about it. Now, do you think that now all of a sudden, right, she has to get people, she's got to encourage, but she can't encourage people. What's the first thing you do when you make a mistake? What do you do? When you do something wrong, what's the first thing you do to the person?
Apologize.
I'm sorry?
Apologize.
Brilliant. So what state would that put you in?
Steadiness.
Keep going.
Compliant.
Yes. Why compliant? Because now she's analyzed the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Then after she analyzed and apologized, then what personality comes out? Now she's got to encourage you, right? She's got to get you back on her side. Yeah? So that's what we're talking about, right? Now, the good thing about Serena and professional athletes who's in the media, Mr. Baez can tell you this, is that we have the media to help us get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Like these guys, athletes that get themselves in trouble. They have the media to revive them. Mr. Baez, so if we can go to that next video, let's look at her compliance state, right? Let's look at the compliance state, okay? Let's
Very
see.
To apologize first to the lineswoman, to the USTA, to my fans most of all, and to Kim Clijsters, who ended up having such a wonderful tournament and winning the championship, and what an amazing feat that was. But for a major emotional outburst that I had, and I think I pretty much covered it, and I just really wanted to apologize sincerely because I am a very prideful person, and I'm a very emotional person, I'm a very intense person, and I think it all shows, and most of all, I am a very sincere person. I wanted to offer my sincere apologies to anyone that I may have offended, and I would like to, again, thank the fans for all the support that I've gotten, and I think that's awesome, and I think it's cool that I've gotten so much support, and I appreciate everything. Well, I mean, I don't think my foot touched the line in that call, but looking back on it, I think the lady did the best that she could, and she was just doing her job, and I guess at the time she probably saw it as what it was, and you know, she was just doing her best.
What would you like to say to her if you do have the chance? You mentioned you haven't had the opportunity.
I would like to give her a big old hug and let her know that I'm just, just put it all behind us like, I have, and move on from it, and just, I have.
So, or you want to jump in?
Yeah. What she done right there was appease everyone, even if she did not agree with what she was about to say. She had to say it to save her career. That's the part where you become compliant. You're trying to keep your sponsors. You're trying to keep your fans. You're trying to keep everybody that has supported you in your corner. So you have to go to the compliant side of things and say, this is what has to happen in order for me to move forward. And right away, did you think that night she would want to give the line judge a hug?
No.
Not at all.
She said she was a hugger. She said she a hugger, and
she would have strangled her that night.
Yeah, she was strangled. Jordan, what you think affected this shift? And Alessio, Jordan, you go first. And Alessio, what do you think she could have done that night where she did not have to actually do this next press conference? So, Jordan, what affected this shift for her to be more compliant? What's some things, and Earl, Mr. Bazin gave you a couple of things, right? What's some things you think that affected her to go from a dominant personality, straight to compliance?
Well, like he said, she wanted to save her career. She didn't want to be seen as the villain. She wanted to show them that she was sorry for what she did. But also, I think maybe because she probably got backlash from it because she's at that time looked like she was the number 2 in the world. She was seen as one of the best, and she shouldn't have been acting like that in the first place. So
brilliant. Now, Jordan, Alessio and Aiden, I'm coming to you. Alessio, what do you think that night could have probably happened? What's some tool, right? If you was to have a conversation with Serena, and say, hey girl, just want to let you know, I got a tool that you could probably would have used that night. What advice would you give her, right? And looking at personality traits on how she probably could have handled it, or advice that you can give any young person that may be getting in these confrontations when things are not going well on a football field, in a classroom, with their parents. What's something that you can advise them or give them to do?
To be calm and breathe, because if she was calm, then, and she wasn't as, more, I guess you could say, rude to the lady, they both would have been more understanding. And yeah.
Now that you mentioned the word, so being calm, even if they our message take 3 seconds, right? Before you do anything, take 3 seconds, breathe it out, right? Especially if we're not Serena Williams and if we're somebody that's at a game and somebody just whacked us, right? And we got so much going on or about to talk back to our parents. Oh, you better breathe first, right? Because nothing good is going to come out of it, right? And I know you guys just smile if you've seen or heard this movie before when your parents tell you something and just when you're getting ready to say something, here comes that backhand. Here comes the broomstick. Right? You've seen it before, right? Just imagine if you was to breathe and change the story. Mom, Dad, I know how you feeling, and I got this, right? You calm yourself down first to help the situation. Aiden, have you ever had an experience with personalities where you had to adjust yourself? Any type of experience?
I didn't hear that.
Okay. Have you ever been in an experience or situation where you had to adjust your personalities from a dominant to either steadiness or compliant?
Yeah, when my parents think that I do something, but it was someone else, so I feel like I want to just scream at them, tell them no, because they're all shouting at me.
Right.
I just have to accept that they're shouting at me when it wasn't me,
right,
knowing that it wasn't me. And yeah, it's annoying.
No, it's annoying, right? But you can't say nothing. So you gotta hold your tongue because you you're either going to be put on like what they call it now? What you guys get put on? You get for 2 weeks they put you. You got a little curfew. You get stuck in the house for 2 weeks, so you can't play that Nintendo Switch. So, Mr. Bazin, our last one we're going to watch now. Let's watch this young lady, right? And watch what happens to not even just, she don't have to say nothing to you, but the power of music, right? On how to get fans back, right? She's been in a situation. Guess what she's using now? She's using media, and now she's in a influential state because she wants to she's got to show you, she's got to get you back to be a fan now because you just experienced something from her. So let's watch an influential state.
I'm in shock. Serena was coming in, undefeated. She had a great record, dominating women's tennis, and she came up against a player, matched her power, served better, moved better, and I saw a very careful Serena Williams. She seemed to be not playing her fearless game, and I saw a look in her eyes, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like it. Never in any Grand Slam tournament.
Play Beats One Radio.
Broadcasting worldwide right now, and this is that moment for everybody, from playlist to Beats One to you. This is Andra Day.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Bring it to his feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day, I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again.
Yeah. Talk to me, man. Aiden, where did it put you? Aiden, what did she do to you, man? Like, what happened?
I don't know. I felt good after.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Jordan, what was the what did they show you, right?
Oh, they showed like her, all down and out, just coming back off, I guess, huge loss. She freaked out and stuff. And they had the song Rise Up, like coming back from the depths and stuff like that to like get you on the side and stuff.
Alessio, would that encourage you to be a supporter of her when you just saw in the state and the umpire saying, or the line judge is saying that, oh, you said you're going to kill me? Like, would this change some things about your mindset about her?
Yes, because now I showed her working and getting through the tough moments, and then I showed her getting like good rewards, like her lifting up her trophy and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And then look at the advertisement. What was they selling?
Beats.
Beats, right? But you see the power of entertainment, the power of music, the power of a song. She didn't have to say much. All she told you was play beats, right?
Mhm.
So it was so impactful. And that's when you become an awesome leader, right? All your great athletes, okay? You got some great athletes that are not influential, right? You got some, so when you're being a leader, you have to understand if you have the ability to shift these personalities, that's gonna draw you to be able to empower many people. Okay. So me as a leader and a head coach, I have to be able to handle different personalities. If not, if I'm only dominant, it's gonna come to a point if I meet a dominant player and that's not gonna give and bring out their personalities, guess what? We're gonna battle. We're gonna battle, right? And as the head guy in charge, what do? Now I'm gonna have to tell a player, right? Or I'm gonna have to leave. So the base, and I wanted to kind of share that. So every time we come on, there's a topic, right? Where we're really kind of giving our young people some tools. So I don't know if you want to throw in a couple of words. And I'm sorry, this.
Sure, no problem. I mean, if you the last one basically was a message that she wanted to encourage herself. Although she was in that commercial, she wanted to reassure herself that everything she had done to get to number one, she can do it again. And when you start listening to music that can encourage you, or listening to a program that can encourage you and make you realize that you are the best that you can be at this time, but you can also be better. When you start listening to that type of stuff, it actually makes you feel better, and you handle situations a lot better when the times are rough. Okay, she was on the court, had the trouble. She's been down and out in injuries on the court, but she's come back only because of the people she surrounds herself with and the messages in which you just saw. She keeps hearing those messages herself. So, put yourselves in the good spaces most of the time, if not all the time, to ensure that when you make a decision of doing something, such as reacting, you do take that 3 seconds, as Mr. Bascom said, you take that 3 seconds. And always remember, how you feel when you're losing, your opponent feels when you're winning. So when you're down and out, when you're ready to hurt somebody because you're losing, that's how your opponent feels when you are winning. So always be that person encouraging, whether you're winning or losing, because you're going to have your chances of winning, but you're also going to have your chances of losing as well. And it's how one of those 4 characters come out when you're up, and one of those 4 come out when you're down. But what we want to make sure is that all 4 are used in both situations to make sure that you stay the best player you can be, or the best person, because not necessarily will you actually make it to be a footballer. You can make it to be a doctor, a lawyer, anything you want to be, but you're going to have to use those traits in life to get through. And believe it or not, you're going to have to use them in the very near future. If you guys are back in school now, right away, you're going to have to use them, because you don't, 9 times out of 10, you're in a classroom at some point in time throughout the year. I don't want to be in this class. I don't like the teacher, or I don't like the, what we're learning and so forth. But that's where one of those traits have to come out. You're either going to be compliant and do it, or you're going to be influential and have a conversation with the teacher. Can we try to learn a different way? Can we try to do something a little different, because I'm not getting it? You don't want to be dominant in the class, because, as Mr. Baxter said, the teacher, he's the head coach. And the student who's also dominant, somebody's going to have to leave. And you don't want that to be you. So that's my message, David.
No, that's good, right? And these personality traits, as long as you stay above the line, they're going to be really powerful for you. You don't want to go beneath the line, right? We don't want to get over dominant and demanding. Yeah, so you guys, the big thing for this is, right, I mean, awesome job tonight. Lester, thanks for coming on. Aiden, Jordan, the biggest thing is that we have to put this into practice. We have our career actually Zoom. I think we have about 40, 40 plus, young people, and it's on Sunday, right? So I want you guys to really kind of start practicing this and seeing how, and listen and share. Yeah, the biggest thing you got to share, right? You got to share. One of your buddies, or a sibling or friends getting into trouble, you got to be able to share. Say, listen, why don't you calm down some, right? Find a way to get them calm. No, I appreciate everything, you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Once again, this platform is awesome. If people start to watch, they're going to realize this is more like an empowering workshop, right? But I'm going to leave my little people with the final thing is that I want you guys to be able to talk to a young person, give them a message, right? Jordan, Aiden, and Alessio, you guys, what would you tell somebody? Anything, right? Just to encourage them and something of empowering a part of the next generation journey, for future stars. What is a message you can leave with them? It could be anything, right? It could be one word. What's something you'd like to leave with our young people who's watching? Jordan, you want to go first? Anything?
Yeah, just keep on pushing, keep on grinding, just keep working towards your goal.
Awesome. All right. Alessio?
As a lot of people say, dreams come true, but you have to work for those dreams. So keep on working until they come true.
Awesome. Aiden?
Everyone just be themselves and have fun.
Hey, have some fun, right? Be themselves, have some fun. Mr. Bazin, listen, I appreciate everything that you've done, the platform that you've done for many of these shows. Young people, the other night, if you guys get a chance, you really have to watch some of these shows. I mean, the other night was Walk Down Memory Lane. I mean, they're just awesome, right? You guys have got to embed yourself into, the history, right? And the culture of what was here before you. And the people that have laid the path, these stepping stones, for the pathways that's in front of you. Mr. Bazin, thanks again, and greatly appreciate it on behalf of Validus Re and BFLA.
Not a problem. And guys, thank you very much for tonight. Folks, we'll be back next month with another edition of the Validus Re BFLA Next Generation Career Show. Good night.